And welcome to Iron Dinos. I'm Sean and I'm here with Adam.
Hey!
And today we're having a look at the latest Game of Gold, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, The Phantom Menace. So this is obviously based on the set piece from the middle of the movie, where young Anakin has to get into a pod race against other people that he duly wins. And, well, I've probably spoiled the whole game there and possibly also the movie, but, you know, it's 22 years old, if not older. When was The Phantom Menace released?
I know you're asking.
That's like 99 or 2000
yeah,
or something,
like
right?
That, yeah.
And this is the upscaled version of that is what we get from Games of Gold this month. So if you're a Star Wars fan or a fan of very, very old racing games, then this is probably for you. Not really either, but I have played the first several levels, which you'll be seeing here. Adam, what about you?
Yeah. I've played 4 or 5 levels. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's quite a lot to change and upgrade on it. Actually, I was quite impressed with that. As you go through. But, yes, I quite like a racing game, and it's quite fun to race around in a pod racer. I quite like that. So, yeah. What did you make of how it handled and stuff?
Well, what I was going to ask is, did you play this at the time?
No, I didn't. I knew of it, but I didn't play it. So I was quite intrigued with how good or bad it would be. I was quite pleasantly surprised.
As soon as I got my hands on it, I think I have played this before.
Okay.
Look at that, there's just nothing outside the stadium.
Yeah, just completely blank.
Yep. This is what upscaling you get, like, because this is just all they have done is upscaled this. They've not, and obviously configured it to a controller that's not inside. I don't know what this would be an upgrade of. I know this. I'm sure this is on the N64.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I'd guess this was upscaling from maybe a Sega Saturn version.
Okay.
Or it might just be a PC version. I wouldn't have thought it was an upscale of a PS1
I wouldn't have thought that.
game. But yeah, I mean, I think this looks like absolute arse.
Yeah. Yeah. The graphics suck.
But as Adam was just going to go on to, the actual handling of the pod itself is really satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very strange that a game this old, it's like playing GoldenEye 007 again, and you're like, I mean, it still actually plays really nicely.
Yeah.
Took a little bit of getting used to. It's kind of it's really quite clever. It starts with moving you across the map, like if you're pushing in a direction. You're seeing a lot of here. It starts by almost moving your pod across a bit before you hold it down longer. The longer you hold it, the more it turns into an actual turn.
Yeah.
To actually make you start going around a corner and stuff. And there's a lot of corners you can't just blast round in this particular track at any rate. Yeah, so yeah, I thought it still handled quite nicely. I'm probably not going to play any more than I have for this video because it does look terrible. And I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy, but why is that the big tarpaulin over the people in the stands are just floating in midair. There's nothing holding it up. But you know, because like I did have a look. This was released to Xbox like just a few years ago.
Oh wow!
I think it said. I think this conversion was 2019. I'm sure that's what it said.
Oh, okay. Fairly recent conversion.
Yeah, so you'd kind of. I don't know. Like this is no Metroid Prime remastered. Let's put it that way.
No, they could have. I feel like. I mean, I don't know if they had any budget for it, but I feel like
2020. Yeah,
Oh,
this conversion was released at any rate in October 2020.
There you go. I mean, that's fairly recent. If you're going to do something like that, you'd think they would actually dive into the game and make the graphics just a little bit better. I mean, I don't know how. I never played the original, so I don't know how it is upscaled compared. But
well, like I say, this will literally be all the original assets. It's just now playing on something that has the power to actually show it in as clearly and as crisply as we can on modern systems.
Yeah, they probably haven't altered too much.
I don't think they've altered anything whatsoever.
That'll do.
But yeah, that's what I'd put money there in. It's quite interesting, just to think about it, because so did this company? Hang on, I've got them here. Aspyr. So do you reckon they went to Disney and were like, look, people have nostalgia for this game, let's just HD it and chuck it up on something? Or it could be a holdover, like, because like you don't get the Star Wars license cheap.
No.
And this is a game that already existed, so if you didn't originally make it, you don't own the code or anything, you'd have to license that as well. So, and I just can't see anyone at Disney sitting there and say, do you know what we need to do? We've got this quite well remembered 20+ year old pod racing game. How about we reissue a remaster? It just doesn't seem like something Disney would do. It doesn't seem like a thing anyone sensible would do. So you've got to assume it's a company buying the license and stuff like that and just going, look, we can release this, it's got Star Wars in the name, we can make a few quid, it's got the nostalgia because it's quite well remembered, so yeah, that's the only scenario I can think of this happening.
Yeah, I mean,
unless Aspyr or who now owns Aspyr or whatever made the original, so they had this code all lying around and they were just like, yo Disney, we'll give you 70% if you give us 30 because you know it's Star Wars, it's still going to make money. It just is.
Yeah, maybe they just went
this
with
second
the
course
nostalgia
was
thing.
the second course was astoundingly uninteresting. I didn't even need to brake.
Yeah, no, I hardly ever braked. Like, I just pedal to the metal and that was it. But I'm
like,
with
the
you.
The first track had a...
Sorry, I was just about to say, I'm with you. Like, it handled fantastically. Like, that's what I was pleasant.
Yeah, it feels really good.
I was just like, oh yeah, this is actually quite good. I'm going to have a decent race. Excellent. But as you say, the graphics, it's just like, wow. You can almost see the lines of like the box shapes and stuff that they've put in place on the background. It's quite funny.
I've just realised, because I went through the ships at the start and chose not to play as Anakin, because if you've seen The Phantom Menace, you wouldn't want to play as Anakin. So I've been beating him, so presumably I am going to be directly responsible for the kid going back into slavery and, you know, everything that comes of that. He'll never be able to turn... Oh, to be fair, he won't be able to have Luke. So, yeah, so I may have just doomed
You killed
the
whole
entire
series.
universe to, yeah, forever under the Emperor. So, sorry, but, you know, I got a pod race.
Yeah, I want to win. Yeah, I think this game is all about nostalgia. Have a bit of fun.
Oh, of course.
You may get a few hours out of this. If you remember it from back in the day and you played it back in the day and you remember it fondly, you may get a few more hours. But yeah, this is... download it, you have a bit of fun if you like racing. Just have a bit of fun. That's all really.
I didn't figure out anything other than go and break. So I don't know if there are other things you can do. I assume there are weapons or something, because I seem to recall... Well, they threw wrenches and stuff in the movie.
Yeah. I haven't worked any of that out either, actually, if I'm honest.
No.
I pedal to the metal, out in front. I was like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't need it. It's kind of... Oh, here we go. I've taken a bit of damage. They pop up and just show you where you've sustained damage. When you take enough, your cart will explode and then need to be put back on the course.
Yeah. I feel
May or
like
may not happen.
I feel like they could have dived into this and really made something of it, and like perhaps added a few bonus levels at the end type thing. I feel like they could have done that. Just enhanced what clearly was back in the day quite a good game.
Yeah, I've no idea. I don't know if they did or didn't. Like you say, this seems like a pretty, you know, as basic a conversion as possible. But to be fair, it's one of those things that maybe if you were a gigantic fan of the original version of this game, this is exactly what you'd want.
Yeah.
I remember playing Unreal on the original Unreal on computers year after year after year until it got like this. Like, my computer was so powerful, the game looked absolutely horrendous. Still a lot of fun though, which again I will say for this is a lot of fun. I really liked how this controlled. Not going to play any more of it personally, because there's not really any reason to me. If I'm going to play something like this, I'm going to bust out Hydro Thunder Hurricane.
Oh, do you know what? I was just about to say that.
Yeah, which may well have taken a little bit of influence from games like this. You know, they had years and years of hindsight.
Yeah. That is a racing game. Like, you can just always pick up and play it. It's awesome.
Cool thing there, I actually lost one of my two front engines, and it allowed me to continue.
Oh, that's cool.
So I wonder if that has a mechanic of like giving you half power or something.
Probably. Yeah.
Not sure. But that was kind of cool. That was kind of unexpected. It's in the movie when that happened. I
was going to say that happens in the movie.
Crashed and exploded. Yeah.
Yeah. He turns the fire off then, and then he switches all the power into the one engine. Yeah. As I say, I'm quite a fan of racing games, and this handles fantastic for a racing game.
Yeah.
And that's half the battle with these racing games, as long as it handles
absolutely.
pretty good. You'll have a half decent time at least. Just ignore the blur as you go past scenery.
Yeah, the huge open spaces where there just aren't any assets, because that would have been covered by fog and draw distance in the original version.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's just drawing the mountains as you're coming towards them and stuff. This level had a couple. I wasn't sure about doing that because I hadn't noticed that on the first 2 laps. But yeah, you can nip in there. So there are little shortcuts. I think I took one in the last lap as well. There are little shortcuts scattered about to help you get a 1-up on the competition.
I think I hit that one as well, actually. Yeah, I think I got that one. Because you see it just as you come around the corner on the first lap, you see it and you think, ooh, that looks a bit suspicious.
Yeah. So what are your final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, decent nostalgia game, decent racing, handles really well. Definitely get a few hours of fun out of this if you like racing games. And if you're a bit of a Star Wars fan, always wanted to pod race, well, there you go. So yeah, thumbs up, but probably not for more than a couple of hours or beyond.
Yeah, I'm more of a thumbs in the middle. I thought it handled really nicely, but there's no reason for me to play this in this day and age, you know. Which I think is fair.
Absolutely.
But yeah, if you want this, it is available for the entirety of the month of May. I think. Yes, this is the start of May
this
1.
One is, yeah.
Yeah, it's available for the entirety of May. So on Games with Gold. So yeah, thumbs up from Adam and a thumbs in the middle from me. Bye.
See ya.